Lindsay's.
Same.
All right, I believe we are live.
Oh. All right. Hello, everyone. Mr. Gurton will be here shortly. He let me know he is running a bit behind. But we are going to go ahead and get started. I do hear stairs. I wonder if that's him. No. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. We only have 2 items on the agenda, so this should be fairly short and sweet. Hello, Mr. Moore. The first agenda item being the food truck ordinance. I reached out to Mr. Powers for an update about the food truck ordinance and what the status of it is, because as a refresher, the last time we talked about it, this committee reported it out to council. Council voted to support it and send it to planning commission. I checked Mr. Powers to see what the status of it was with planning commission, and he informed me that they have never received it. Apparently that process is that the clerk should then send anything sent to commission, and that was never done. So I am working on getting that sent to commission as soon as possible. It looks like we have probably passed the deadline for their next meeting, which is the first Wednesday of May. So it may not make it onto the May agenda unless I did reach out to Mr. Gears earlier today to see if he could get that sent over expeditiously. I have not heard back from him, so I'm not sure whether that was done or not. So our current status with that is just that we are sending it to planning commission, and then they will need to review it and vote on it. And then it will hopefully get sent back to council with planning commission's support. And we can finally vote on the final council-supported ordinance. Any thoughts, any questions, any concerns, any?
A couple things that I would love for us to check out, which I've not done. I believe I mentioned that I believe the Board of Health did translate the documents into Spanish, but I would love to see those. I'm wondering if we can put those online. And I think it might also, and this is sort of food truck adjacent, if we could have a list of all of our food trucks and their locations as a way of, marketing to the larger community.
Yeah, I think Mr. Gurton has most of our food truck contacts. I still have the list from our first meeting. So I'm happy to reach out to folks and see if we can. And actually, this is super. That beautifully segues us into our second agenda item, which is I would like to work on something probably in collaboration with the Chamber of Commerce. I would love to do some sort of initiative to support small businesses during obviously forever, but I think doing some sort of passport would be really beneficial. That would be pretty low lift. And I would love to see something tangible come out of this committee that would positively impact.
It might be good to maybe try to do it in the run up to Norwood Day, the week before. Say maybe
Get ready for Norwood Day by supporting
yeah.
businesses.
And if you get X number of stamps, you get free admission to Norwood Day.
That's a fun
That's
idea.
interesting. Norwood Day, that's put on by the
Women's
Women in
Club.
Business.
So we'd
Okay,
have to
so it's-
obviously
yeah.
get not. We can't just say that they get in free, but
But the parade is the chamber.
yes.
But I wonder if we could do some VIP parade seating for folks who finish their passport.
Ooh, those
That
are
might
some
be a
interesting
fun
ideas.
idea. Yes, go ahead.
I was going to say another thing that's been on my to-do list and that I started, it's in motion but is slow, and perhaps the committee could be of assistance, is I spoke with, and my brain's the woman who owns the Mound. No.
Julie
And then
Peter?
she left.
Julie Peter.
Julie.
Yeah.
We had been talking about, it was her idea to have a business alcove, in City Hall, that could have sample
We talked about this,
menus,
yes.
right? Coupons for businesses. We could have a bunch of our, some of the paperwork from the building department available. And I did speak with Mr. Powers about it, and he said there are a couple places that could possibly work. I know her fantasy was this could end up being a big space, maybe even a whole building down the road. But if we could sort of start as a, place for new businesses to pop in or new people to the community who want to, get food catered where a good Norwood business is. And, here are some menus, that kind of thing.
Are we thinking that it needs to be a tangible place or could it be a website?
Her vision was a tangible place.
My only thought on that is a website is going to be a little bit more accessible. I mean, I guess you could do them in tandem. How much residential traffic is City Hall realistically getting on any given week?
I believe part of the thought was to encourage people to come in. Now, businesses would be in and out with some frequency for the
Sure.
building department.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think we should consider also a website where all of those resources are like, there's a list of small businesses in Norwood. Here are places that do catering. Here.
The issue would be who would manage it. Would it be on the city's website? I would love to do a full city website day. That's
I
another.
agree with you.
Kick that down the road.
I don't know how attainable that is, but I love that idea. Yeah, I would love to see just more collaboration between us and the chamber at any rate. I think a passport would be a good, fun, low lift. I love the idea of doing it leading up to Norwood Day. I think that's really fun. It kind of keeps some money in Norwood for the week, which would be a great way to celebrate Norwood Day. We can set up a meeting with maybe the Women's Business Club and the chamber, just like a representative from each, and see what their thoughts are and how we can all kind of support each other in that. I don't know if we would want to do something like listing every small business in Norwood could be a lot. So I don't know how we would determine what small businesses participate in that. But we can toss
Whoever reaches out to us.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of the loyal to local passport that I brought back from Worcester. And I think that theirs was all contingent upon like chamber membership. And so in some ways it was like, supportive to that entity and drawing attention to them. But yeah, I think just in general, anything that we can do, in their case, they did it from basically like Thanksgiving through like the first week in January. And the idea was basically that like you have all this time, kind of Black Friday, holiday shopping, spending your money after the holidays to patronize those businesses. And then each business kind of kicked in a prize. So like $100 at the local bookstore, that kind of thing. But yeah, it does make me wonder about like, is there a Montgomery Road sort of version of that in conjunction with the parade? It's like, pack the pike or whatever. And in July, it's more Montgomery centric. And then during the holidays, it's everybody.
Yeah. And there's plenty of good restaurants and things, businesses that people go to pretty frequently on Montgomery. So.
Yeah, and if we do it just that week, I think it's not unreasonable to have like, if you get 3 stamps from this passport, that qualify. If you go out to eat once or twice and you shop at a local small business or you go get a coffee or something, that seems realistic. I think 3 places in a week.
Yeah, and then also the businesses themselves don't have to remember where their stamp is for more than a week.
Forever. Yes. And I do like the idea of doing something like starting around the holidays to kind of encourage folks to shop local, and maybe we can get some graphics put together for the city's social media too from the committee that like feature the different businesses we're supporting. And if I recall correctly, chamber membership is only like $25 a year or something.
Correct. It's
inexpensive.
pretty reasonable.
Yeah, so that's pretty accessible for businesses. It's not wild to expect them to pay. We're not asking them to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for membership or anything to be participants. I feel like at one point I had the number of how many businesses were active in the chamber, and now I don't.
Got it.
I'm sure I have it somewhere.
I wonder if that's
Like-
online.
I feel like it is like
Mhm.
more than 70 and less than 100.
Ooh,
I love that.
I would agree with that.
I looked at the specific number at one point, but
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, I think less than 70. Well, no, these are all categories.
these
I'm
are
sorry.
categories, yeah.
You're okay?
You're
Okay. Can't I just see? Well, anyway.
You go up. They're in.
If you go to all, 186.
Oh,
All right.
many more than I thought. Now, okay, some of
But-
those are going to be like accountants, tax services,
Mhm.
Right.
things
So
that,
not
like
storefront.
consultants, things that are maybe not retail or storefront, walk-in. But places like Aces are on here.
Angelo's.
Maybe that's the criterion is you have to be a chamber member for inclusion in this. Everyone in it gets an invitation to participate. And then if somebody runs a dog walking business out of their home and they want to sign up for $25, be included.
Just FYI, there are a couple non-Norwood businesses in here.
Mhm.
That's nice.
Yeah, Father
Oh, for
India,
transportation companies in Sharonville.
Blue Gibbon Restaurant. Haven't been there in a hot minute.
Oh,
Over
I
on
eat there all
Tennessee.
the time. All the time. And they deliver. So good. Yeah, I think that is a fun. Jeff, what we're discussing is doing in the week leading up to Norwood Day, partnering with the chamber to do like a small business passport to like encourage folks to spend some Norwood money that week. And if they get however many stamps on a passport that week, we thought about maybe either if the Women's Business Association agrees to do like free admission to Norwood Day, or if we could do like VIP parade seating from the chamber, some sort of like incentive, or maybe we raffle a prize off, or if we get donations from some small businesses, we could do a little prize package of some sort. But just to encourage keeping some money in Norwood. Some of these places I've never even heard of. Oh, well, that's because they're in automotive fluid manufacturing. Why would I guess. Okay. So, do we want to, I guess maybe we should just do a one-off meeting with like someone from the chamber, someone from women's business, and I can meet with them. That way we don't have to get it formally scheduled with everyone's calendars.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I will try to get that scheduled in the next week or two. Okay, any other thoughts on that? Now, there would be a small cost of printing passports. I don't know, do we have budgets for committees? Is that a crazy question?
The council, like, we have a line item for council printing expenses itself. I don't think by committee that it's broken down by. That's something we could ask the secretary or the president about.
Okay.
I know that we have some printing budgets, but whether it's only for stuff for council, I don't know. But I mean, that's something I feel like we could get someone to donate to as well.
And maybe the chamber
Is-
would be willing to like split the cost with us.
Right.
or-
My assumption is this is not like 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. This is
No, I would think like
something,
a small card stock
because
like a
the
full-
city can print
or a post.
card stock here in-house. But if it's more complicated than that, then we would,
I don't know that it needs to be.
Okay.
I would think just like a little blurb about what the event is, deadlines, info about what your incentive is for finishing, and then the backside or the inside could be just the list of the businesses and the places for them to stamp. And then we probably need stamps,
Mm.
which could be, we can get those very cheaply.
Or we could
It's
just have them
stickers.
use their own stickers.
If they have
If they
stickers,
have
if their
them.
stickers aren't gigantic, stamps could
Yeah.
be cheaper probably.
Mm.
I could bulk order. I'm happy to donate that.
Yeah.
Bulk order some small stamps that are something unique, so folks can't just initial them and say, I did it. Okay, so my goal is to get this organized and finalized by the end of May, so we can like spend June promoting it or early
Thoughts
July
about
promoting it.
doing all of July, just to give it a little more time.
We
The
could do all of
parade
July.
is the 17th, the 8th, 19th, the
The
parade's the
18th.
18th, so that would be 2 weeks.
That gives folks a little more time, and we could
Mhm.
increase the requirement of participation to.
I just kind of was thinking a little bit longer to get in my creamy whip.
Ooh, they have to be included.
Of course, they have to be. I feel like that's like a gonna be a requirement. Like you can't.
You can't win unless you go to the.
Right. Some of us haven't had dinner yet, so.
Yeah, that is the free space, assuming that everyone
Right.
goes. I also have not had dinner yet. That must be why that sounds so good.
Yeah.
And some of these things, like, okay, Last Mile Food Rescue is a member of the chamber. Maybe if you, well, it's really like very quick and easy to volunteer with them, and you can do it on your own time, pretty much any time. Maybe volunteering with Last Mile gets you a stamp, and if you like do a food pickup for them, they'll stamp it. That's a fun idea. It's a thought. Just that way to get like as much engagement
Mm-hmm.
as possible.
I like.
Okay. Well, this is a very, very short 20-minute meeting. Does anyone have anything else that is related to our agenda items?
Can't think of anything. I was just looking up some of the stores in the directory.
There are so many on here. I didn't
Yes.
realize there were this many members.
Do we want it to only be Norwood restaurants?
Norwood businesses.
Businesses.
Yes, it's Norwood Day.
Well, I'm just saying that there
Oh,
are.
I think if you're a member
nine.
of the chamber and you want to be involved,
I don't
I
think
don't
there-
care. I'm just
yeah.
saying
I don't
that
think there's
there
not many that are like
and
too
like
far
places that are
outside.
in Sharonville, probably not. But if you're
Yeah.
just outside of Norwood's,
Yeah, I don't care, but we should make it,
Sure.
one way or another. 'Cause
And we
there's
can
probably
talk
about
with the
15,
chamber.
20 restaurants on here that aren't Norwood
we can
restaurants.
talk with the chamber and see what their thoughts are on
Yeah.
it too. If their priority is like supporting the businesses in Norwood, then we can do that.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm happy to do that. Okay, well, I will work on getting that meeting scheduled. I will keep you all updated. Mr. Girton, I'll give you the update on food trucks offline, but as soon as I have any kind of update on that, I will send an email to everyone and let you know what the status of that is. All right, I think we're all set.
All right.
Great.
Easy breezy.
I'd say everyone have a good night, but I'll see you again in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we have any need to reschedule? No, because we're not going to
Not
know.
until we have,
we
yes.
know when it's going to
Once I
be.
meet with them, and.
I was thinking about the food thing, but
As soon as
we
I
don't
have
know that
any
either.
info.
cool beans. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gavel, gavel, we're adjourned.
Yay, thank you.